Hi there, my name is Suze. Thank you for being here with me today. I work with women to help them heal and integrate their inner masculine and feminine energies so that they can have lives that feel really emotionally fulfilling and satisfying. I want to switch gears today for a hot second. I had something laid on my heart this week as I was journaling and really listening to what the divine had to say for me for guidance and for direction and messages. And there was something that really came through for me that I want to kind of just, for a hot second, share. And this is about relationships in particular. And most of the time on this channel, I really focus on talking about the inner masculine and feminine energies and working on childhood healing and working on anxious attachment style, avoidance, and all of those things with the self. And that is where all of this starts. And we can't obviously have the relationships with people, the connection that the feminine heart wants, the depth of connection that the feminine heart is craving until we learn to do this work with ourselves, right? And I say that all the time. You know, it's as within, so without. And the depth of which you learn to connect and love and heal yourself is also the same depth to which you will be able to connect with someone else. My cat, I think, might make an appearance today. She's roaming around making all kinds of noise. If you hear weird background noise, don't be alarmed. It's just my cat. I hope she makes an appearance today. It's been a while since she's come on my videos. But really, in all of this work of the internal, can we for a hot second look at the relationship outside of ourselves today and really romanticize for a hot second? And the word romance and fantasy and magic and love can often send us down a path, a really negative path of where so much of the wounds we've encountered in love and in romance and in relationships and in connection, so much of the wounds have really distorted and discolored and dulled. I'm getting the word dull and dim right now. Dulled and dimmed our vision of what love is and what it could be in romantic type connections and relationships. And so we think that we really take the romance and the fantasy and the magic out of the love. And this is not how I intended on starting this video today, but here we go. Hope you're still here with me and I haven't totally lost you. But maybe we need to bring some of that back. And let me make this more practical. Let me switch gears. How I got here, right? I was journaling this week. I put my journal aside and then I went to make myself some lunch. And so I had disconnected from the thoughts and the processing and the channeling that I was in my journal. And I went to make lunch. And so I was in that frame of lunch, right? And I'm on this thing right now. It's probably the Virgo new moon, but I'm on this thing right now where I'm really kind of reinventing food again for myself. Intuitive eating, learning how to recreate my relationship with food and the stories and associations and connections I have with food. Rewriting all of that into a really empowering, healthy, pleasure-based kind of way, feminine way, has been a huge part for me. And that is part of what I do offer is 20-minute sessions with anyone to really recreate your relationship with food and bring some pleasure into your relationship with food and into your eating style. I'm very careful with my word choice around foods because I don't like any of the restrictive dieting, negative connotations that comes along with food and eating. But creating a good food plan that feels really good for you, feels rock solid and feels supportive, feels pleasure, feels emotional in the right way, emotional, positive emotion around food. So I've been kind of revamping my own menu, let's say, with myself. And a question came through to me. And It was about thinking about the collective of feminines in general. So when I say you, it's not about me or you personally per se. It's about the collective of feminines, and in my journey of what I've learned in releasing myself from relationships of my past and in choosing to get divorced and to leave my marriage and all of that. The question being, do you really love him? Or do you love what he can do for you? And this is a very energetically loaded question. I'll repeat it again, then I'll get into the energetics behind it. Do you really love him? Or do you love what he can do for you? And it's a theme that I'm seeing coming up with clients. It's a theme I've seen talking to other people around me and really observing, perceiving relationships around me that are at a high functioning level, but not a deeply connected level. High functioning relationship, it's like high functioning anxiety. Not exactly a good thing. High functioning relationship, but not a deeply connected, living, thriving, growing, intimate relationship. Right? Do you really love him? Or do you love what he can do for you? Do being the operative word here. Do is entirely masculine energy. The masculine energy is all about the doing, the physical action, you can see the action, the initiative, the plan, the goal, the steps of action being taken to achieve something or to get something or to accomplish something or to have success, right? The masculine doing. And we know that men are capable of doing a lot. They're anchored more in the physical reality. They physically have stronger bodies. They can do a lot. Now, this can be physical level or non-physical level doing as well. So peeling back this question deeper, do you really love him? Who he really is? Is your relationship really about me, the essence of me, and you, him? Or is this relationship about he provides financial stability? Maybe does he make me feel safe and secure because I know I'm provided for? Does he make me feel safe and secure because I know he's a good guy and at the end of the day, he comes home and shows up and takes care of me and the family or whatever? Do I love him for that? Do I love him because he can do things around the house and be the handyman and fix that and take care of that? Do I love him because he can, be the man who, drives the car and plans the family vacations or whatever it may be, whatever the thing may be that he's doing? Is that why I love him? And obviously those are parts of it. But is that really what this relationship and this love is hinging on? Is the doing? Or do I really love the essence of him? Do I love the essence of him? Do I love when he holds my hand, how I feel like I could hold his hand forever, and holding his hand is unlike holding anyone else's hand. And I feel the connection of the hand holding. And it's not just this thing that you do because you're in a relationship and you're walking down the street or whatever and you just do it. Do you actually feel the hand holding in your soul? Do you love waking up in the morning and seeing him in the morning? Do you look for that moment in the morning of connection before you both get up and go about your day? Is that there or not? Do you love the stupid little things, like I had someone say, like watching him make a ham sandwich, so to speak, something dumb like that? Just the way he makes a ham sandwich, as an example. Is there something there that you feel and you connect to? The way he walks, the way he talks, the sound of his voice on the phone when he calls you, his little mannerisms in texting, how he texts and his mannerisms that kind of come through in the way he texts. Do I love those little things? Or am I completely basing this relationship on the things that he does and the things surrounding him? You know, I had someone once who is familiar with my ex-husband and clearly obviously knows me. And they were looking at the two of us and they were like, I don't really even understand how you guys got together, because you guys, like, from my perspective, you guys don't even make sense together. And for me, it was a really interesting moment that I had a moment of awareness, because the thing that really came to mind and really, really rang true for me was because it wasn't even about him. It's about what he gave to me that I needed at that lower space that I was in. I was in this very unaware, lower self, survival self place. I was in this very low state of awareness. And so what I thought I wanted and needed, what I thought I needed and what I thought was important was at that more survival level, that point of attraction, lower chakra. And so this person provided that at that very basic low level of who I was back then, my identity back then, my belief and value system back then resonated at that lower level. And so I got into that marriage because of that. It was perfect timing with where I was at, what I was frustrated with, what I thought I wanted, what I thought was important, because I wasn't happy with my life. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't happy with my life. And this person kind of locked in that missing piece for me. So it wasn't even about him. So of course, if you know me now and the state of being it that I'm in, the value system that I really put my heart and soul behind, my belief system that guides my actions and my decisions every day and my focus moving forward. If you know me in this state of being, that marriage doesn't make sense, because it wasn't about him or me. It was about something completely different. And I've heard other women say that too. Other women who are divorced as well, left their marriages and have moved on, have worked on their growth and their identity, their sense of self as well. Looking back, they say the same thing. It wasn't even about him. Had nothing to do with him. It was all about me and the lower self that I was in. And he gave what I thought I needed. He did. I loved what he did for me, not him. And so I feel like, I just saw 1333. I love that. I feel like we need to start bringing some romance back into this. And the feminine heart craves romance. The feminine heart loves the magical, enchanted feeling of things. Can we bring some more of that back into what's important and what we look for and what we value in a connection, in a relationship? Do you love him? His hands, his eyes, his voice, how he holds you, how it feels when he's near with you, how it feels when you're in deep, deep, real, raw connection and communication together. Do you love the simple things of how he walks down the road, how he makes a ham sandwich, how he does the stupid little everyday things that we all do, his little mannerisms? Do you connect with that? Or is it what he does for you? Doing the things around the house, helping out with the kids, helping out with the household responsibilities. And again, yes, that stuff is part of it, and he should be contributing in those ways. That is masculine energy. That is what the masculine does It does do and provide. That is masculine. But is that the entire basis and value point of your relationship? Do you really love him, or do you just love what he can do for you? Do you love that he validates you and how you look, and maybe physically, sexually validates you, validates a sense of worth and value, that you hold sexual value and desire and want? Is it that? Or is there an emotional desiring, an emotional connection, an emotional intimacy, an emotional desiring to be even deeper emotionally connected to each other, more deeply emotionally intimate with each other, which then does lead to more physical. But so many times we have it backwards. So many times we have it backwards. I'm going to leave this video here. I hope this helped. If you found value, please do subscribe, drop me a comment, support my channel, support this message, help me get this message out to other people. Where can we bring more romance and enchantment and magic back into our lives, back into our relationships, back into our connections, back into our daily routines even? Where can we bring more of that back? Because the feminine needs it. And she shouldn't be shamed for being drawn to it and finding it appealing. There's a reason why it's attractive to the feminine. Let yourself have it. Let yourself believe in it. Let yourself wait for it. I hope this video helped. I am sending so much love and enchantment to all of you today. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.